And folks, welcome in to Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, our special Thanksgiving Turmoil preview. Again, that is tomorrow night, A.B. Combs Elementary, Thanksgiving night. Gates open at 6:30 p.m., bell time at 7:30 p.m. But folks, we got to get going to let you know what's happening. Main event, a title championship opportunity. Jordan Clearwater taking on Sexy Stanciera, the champion, his manager, Phil Phair there. Let's take a look at where these guys are at right now and hear from the champion and the challenger.
Signed on the dotted line.
Wait 1 minute. Jordan, I've been watching you. Stan's been watching you. And we have decided, that we actually kind of like you. So instead of you signing this contract to go against Stan, shut up, I'm talking. Stan and myself would like to offer you a chance to sign with me, Phil Phair, and become a team member of Phil Phair and Stanciera. So why don't you not worry about this one? Go ahead. This is a very lucrative offer, and sign that one. And we can forget about that title match, and I can take you to stardom and greatness and different championships, just like I've taken Stanciera. It's in your best interest to do so, Jordan.
Come on, Jordan. Come on.
Shut up a minute!
Come on.
Yeah! Yeah!
Jordan, there's someone coming!
See, I told you he was going to sign it. I told you he was going to sign it. I told you. What'd you do? This is for the championship match.
That's right, it's for the championship match.
You no good, snot-nosed brat. You ungrateful little punk.
And Phil puts his hands on the number one contender and gets it right back from Jordan Clearwater. But here comes Stanciera, and folks, he's got something in his hand. He is choking Jordan Clearwater, who just signed a championship match against Sierra, and he is choking him with what looks like a wire hanger. Somebody get out here and help with this right now, because this is ridiculous. It's already done, folks. Please forgive us as we move away here. Oh my goodness. We need a doctor. We need some help.
And folks, here comes, it's Jordan Clearwater, folks. And he takes out the manager, and now he's going to work on the champ. The first time they have seen each other since he was choked out with that clothes hanger. And Clearwater sends him flying out of the ring.
There you go. Break his neck. Don't even let him make it to Thanksgiving. Come on! Get out of there! Thanksgiving night, Jordan Clearwater, you finally get the chance to step in the ring with the man, the champ, Stan Sierra. What do you think about that, Stan?
I think Jordan Clearwater has made the biggest mistake of his life. I think come Thanksgiving night, the only thing we're going to be thankful for is the beating that we're going to give Jordan Clearwater. Because on that night, he's not going to be a boy no more. Because he's getting in the ring with a man. And I'm coming there to lead with this AMW Heavyweight Championship. And I'm coming there to hurt him bad.
And Jordan, that's a fair deal.
In Whitesburg, Kentucky, Stan, I proved to everybody in attendance that I can beat you. And nothing will change. Nothing will change on Thanksgiving Thursday night when I walk in and take what's most important and precious to you, the AMW Heavyweight Championship, and put that championship around the waist of something the people deserve. A champion the people can get behind. Jordan Clearwater's coming this Thanksgiving to take what's rightfully mine.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break, but here's a look at one of the stars you will be seeing in action Thanksgiving night. Are you a member of a church group? Are you a member of a sports team, local school, volunteer fire department, or any other nonprofit? Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling for a fundraiser to bring money to your organization. Have some fun, a night of professional wrestling, fun for the entire family, earn some money. Partner with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling and help make wrestling great again. Folks, it's a battle of the biggest versus the meanest. Big Rig Jake Break taking on handsome Beau James. Thursday night Thanksgiving Turmoil. Let's take a look at what's happening between the two, and let's hear from Lemon Juice McGee and Big Rig Jake Break.
I'm going to knock him out. That's what I'm going to do.
Come on.
He's breaking my hand, referee. Oh, my gosh. I'm on the ropes. I'm on the ropes. Break. Oh, my gosh.
You need help. Faster, referee. Just need help.
He's got an illegal hand.
Come on now.
No. No.
Oh, it's not working. We need one like this. We need one like
Beau James, you and Misty, Thanksgiving morning, you wake up in your cabin or your cave or wherever Cretans like you congregate down in Tennessee, and you eat your Thanksgiving dinner. You eat it full, you eat all the turkey, all the mashed potatoes that you can handle. and then you get your jalopy and you head up to Hazard, Kentucky. But don't have any dessert. No, leave it open, because you are going to be getting a big, heaping, giant helping of humble pie from Big Rig Jake Brake. And oh, Misty James, how we saw giving the boot, hitting me with the boot, things happening everywhere. I don't hit a lady, but you know what we found out? You're no lady. So if I have to take you and put you over my knee during the match, well, so be it.
Folks, things in AMW are heated right now between the Mega Destroyer and Clint and Stacy. Let's take a look at their recent interactions and hear from both sides.
Stop, man! Shut up! Stop, man! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Stop me! What's up, man?
Thanksgiving night, Destroyer. We're going to have to spend it in pathetic state of Kentucky. That night, you have a match with Clint Stacy. Now, Clint Stacy knows exactly what happens whenever he messes with the family. He knows the outcome. Thanksgiving night, you have a match with him. The loser gets 5 stripes across his back. Well, Destroyer, my friend, I guarantee that night you will not lose that match. And Clint Stacy, when you walk out of that match, you will have 5 beautiful straps across your back. Get ready.
Mega Destroyer. Thanksgiving night at A.B. Combs. You had your turn, now I'll get mine. Loser gets 5 lashes. And then, later on, I'll be ready for the 6-man non-sanctioned tag match.
Folks, we're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we're going to take a look at the biggest feud in AMW history, and it's all going to be settled tomorrow night.
Kyle Maggard here with Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, the premier wrestling organization in Southeast Kentucky. No, Southeast United States. Now, our offices get flooded with questions day in and day out about how you can get your Appalachian Mountain Wrestling merchandise. Well, I'm here to tell you now, you can go to ebay.com, search Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, find our online store there. You can get your own Appalachian Mountain Wrestling shirt that I'm wearing. You can get all of our special DVD tapings, whether it's Thanksgiving Turmoil, Hardwired, Weekends of Champion, Summer Bash. Get your special superstar photos. Get them signed, get them unsigned. Prices may vary, but all the products are the same, and that's simply the best, because we're Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, and we're making wrestling great again.
Folks, here we are. We're finishing up, and we're talking about a lights-out, non-sanctioned 6-man fight, no rules, anything goes, fight to the finish. The team from Tennessee, the family in Team Kentucky, Eddie Browning, Kyle Maggard, Clinton Stacy. Let's look at the history between these men as we wrap it up here on AMW-TV.
Himself into this match now.
Oh no. Clinton Stacy hasn't been through enough already. Now he's having to deal with this.
Beau James over in that corner with the axe handle.
Oh,
my goodness. Clinton Stacy's got to be out cold now.
Oh, come on.
I mean, he's unconscious. Jameson.
Oh!
And the spear to Beau James. Looks like Eddie Browning had an equalizer in Clinton Stacy.
Referee's making the count.
Could this be it? Folks, we have a winner.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's ruined
my
his ring
goodness.
here. It's ruined. Oh, here's the feathers. Oh, oh no.
Oh, and
Away here. This is not, oh no. This is not good.
oh, right on the back. I'd like to tell you, John, that I feel sorry for her.
Now she gets the feathers.
She doesn't mean it. She says she's sorry. Brandon Taggart, Beau James, all but recovered from the spear right now. What's Stan Lee doing out here? He sprayed something on that rag. I do not know what it was. What? He's got it on Clinton Stacy's face. Guys, I don't know what this is, but Clinton Stacy, the life is, laying lifeless in the ring right now. Stan Lee at ring.
Trying to get back up.
Back to it again, and could Beau be done in by his own tricks here, Earl?
The official will make the call. He's flat out. He's out cold. I tell you, I've seen this used so many times in this professional wrestling business. That is a dangerous object to use. If in fact that's what it was, I did not get a great shot what was labeled on the spray. Well, days gone by, ether certainly has been a dangerous thing that they've sprayed it. You're talking about being lights out quick, Nathan.
Well, Beau has used ether before, so I'd say that that's what it is again. So it looks like the trip back to Kingsport tonight is going to take a detour at Appalachian Regional Healthcare here in Hazard.
Keep that camera rolling.
Okay.
Right here he is. Get him!
Get him, boys, get him! Get him!
Put his eye! Put his eye! Come here, mister. Take him, Misty. Slap him. Kick him like a dog. You ain't so tough. You ain't so...
And watch what happens here. Right back with the foreign object. Misty James hands the rope. Listen to that leather hit. Oh, man. On his knees. Beau James from behind with the Tennessee flag
And this had to be the plan all along. Stan Lee was never planning on kissing that Kentucky flag. Kyle Maggard in serious trouble here after picking up this win. Oh man, right to the kidneys is Stan Lee choking him. And folks, you see it there, Kyle Maggard being choked by the Kentucky flag while he should be watching Stan Lee kiss the Tennessee flag, and it's being rubbed in his face. This Tennessee versus Kentucky rivalry is growing day by day, week by week, and it's got to come to a head eventually, folks. Keep Kyle Maggard.
You know, Stan Lee, a year ago, Eddie Browning and Clinton Stacy on Thanksgiving night humiliated me and my wife. And that's why I called you to come here to AMW. And for almost a year, you have been here by my side, and we have had nothing but trouble out of them. But let's understand something real fast here, boys. Thanksgiving night, this is the end of the battle. This is the end of the war. This is time to settle the situation. Eddie Browning, not a day has passed for this past year that I haven't thought about what you and Clinton did to me and my wife on Thanksgiving last year. Not a day has passed by that I have not thought of a way to get even with you. Clinton Stacy, you involved yourself in this situation when you had no reason to get in there. And that's why Stan Lee come along, and for the last year we beat your brains out. We slapped him around in every town over here that we can think of in West Virginia and East Kentucky and Virginia and Tennessee, all across the Appalachians. Stan Lee has proved that you're not as tough as you think you are, Clinton Stacy. We beat you up so bad that you left here for a little while. You ran away and hid and cried. We snatched you bald and whipped you for being bald. And then you, Kyle Maggard, you had no reason to be in this. You were an innocent bystander because you went after Phil Phair and Stan Sierra and that Appalachian title that you have no claim to. You have no reasons to have. What happened over there in his hometown of Chavies when he got that big title match?
He lost just like he does every single night.
Stan Lee stepped up to the plate and was the insurance policy. And do you remember how they rolled him out of there on that stretcher in his hometown? How embarrassed he was?
His mama and daddy crying their eyes
out. They sure were. How about in McKee, Kentucky, when we got him by himself in the dressing room and we beat his brains out and I almost knocked his eye right out of his head with this right here.
Begging for mercy.
Begging us.
Begging us, please.
Crying.
Don't hurt me no more.
He looked up at me and he said, Mr. James, he looked over at Stan and he had tears running down his face. He said, please don't hit me no more, please.
I can't take it no more. I'm not a man.
That's
like
right.
You are.
That's exactly right. But Thanksgiving night, Combs, Kentucky, A.B. Combs Elementary in a historic building.
Thanksgiving.
Eddie Browning, Kyle Maggard, and Clinton Stacy. You're going to look across the ring at these two men right here and our masked friend, the Mega Destroyer. There's no rules. It's come as you are. You better believe I'm going to have this right in my hands. You don't know what he's bringing. You don't know what the Destroyer's bringing. But I can guarantee you this. The match, it goes with no pinfalls. They don't count. Countouts outside the ring, they don't count. We can fight all over the building. We can fight in the concession stand. We can fight out into the street. The only thing that ends this match, it's going to be a clear-cut winner when one of us or an entire team cannot get up off their feet, can't answer the bell. Every time you've knocked us down, we've gotten up. Every time that we've gotten up, we've come back just a little bit better, just a little bit meaner. Every time we've come back just a little bit better and a little bit meaner, you've got hurt just a little bit more. Every time you've got hurt just a little bit more, your fans cry, your mommy and daddy cry, all your old fat ugly old women at home cry. But this Thanksgiving night, after you eat your dead possum, after you cut up your spam and your potted meat, you come down and you cheer on your heroes one last time.
Bring your mama, bring your daddy, bring your whole family.
Bring your drunk uncle too. Because Thanksgiving night, we end it once and for all. Thanksgiving night, we settle the score. Thanksgiving night, when they raise that Tennessee flag high above us, and our hands are raised high up in the air, you're going to use those Kentucky blue flags, and I don't want to see none of them, but if you bring them, you're going to be using them as crying towels. Thanksgiving night, men are going to be the men, and we're going to prove that you're the boys, because right here is an unbeatable force.
And you better believe it.
Thanksgiving night, A.B. Combs Elementary, Hazard, Kentucky. Beau James, Stan Lee, Mega Destroyer, Eddie Browning, Kyle Maggard, Clinton Stacy, we're coming for you. Last year, Beau James, I humiliated you. I humiliated you right there at Sherman East Athletic Center in Hazard, Kentucky. Boys, we're coming to take you out. Kyle, tell them about it.
You know, boys, you sit there and you talk about packing me out on a stretcher. You talk about everything that you've done to us. Well, it's like we've said before. Thanksgiving night, the time for talking is over. Thanksgiving night, 3 men walk in from Tennessee. 3 men walk in from Kentucky. One's got the Tennessee flag. The others are packing big blue. We're going to be there in A.B. Combs. The whole crowd of that historic building will be rocking. Anything goes. It's not sanctioned. It's not a match. It's a fight. So boys, bring everything you got. Bring the kitchen sink, everything in your bag of tricks. Bring it all. You're going to need it. And it's not going to be enough, because the 3 of us are going to lay you down and you won't get up. See you Thanksgiving.